Table Mountain Aerial Cableway Company is urging hikers to be careful this weekend. The Weather Service has issued a level 4 yellow warning for the city of Cape Town, with cold fronts expected to hit from Sunday until Tuesday. I'm joined now by Wahida Parker, who is the MD of the Table Mountain Aerial Cableway Company. Wahida, thank you so much for your time this evening. So we know Cape Town's had very good weather up until recently, and perhaps that's seen an increase in people hiking up the mountain. What is your advice to anyone wishing to brave the cold weather and still attempt hiking up Table Mountain as we experience more cold weather, severe winds and possibly even up to 80 millimeters of rain?
So the challenge with Cape Town is always the fact that the weather is quite unpredictable. And so often when these warnings land with us, we seem to negate them. But in this instance, we are actually urging people to take extreme caution. When the weather is this bad, the possibility is very real that the cable car would not be operating. And so often hikers walk up without heeding the fact that that is a possibility, and then find themselves stranded on top of the mountain. The good news, however, is that if ever you find yourself in that position, we have taken certain precautionary measures. There's a phone which you just need to lift up. You don't need to dial any number, and it goes straight to rescue services. The number also goes to South African National Parks, and we would ensure that we're able to communicate with you to make sure that you remain warm and comfortable until such time that the cars are operational again. I must, however, say this happens on very, very rare occasions. But more importantly, I think it's for people to understand that if you're going to hike up the mountain or even come up in the cable car, to dress warmly, because that is critical, to wear appropriate shoes, and to make sure that you stay hydrated. Because often we think when it's this cool or so cold that, we don't generally get as thirsty as we would have if the weather was warmer. So I think that would be my message to everybody out there. And who knows, maybe if we're lucky and the temperatures really drop, we could even see some snow on the mountain.
Are there any conditions under which you would advise hikers not to brave the mountain?
Hikers are a special breed of people. They love the outdoors, they love adventure. And so most of the hikers that are, very used to the mountain know that the rock face is slippery. There's always the danger of cloud cover, sudden mist descending on you. But if you're not a seasoned hiker, my advice to you is please go with somebody who is a seasoned hiker, and more importantly, make sure that your phone is charged, just in case you find yourself in that unenviable position where you are injured and you need to make contact with somebody if you're stuck halfway between the top of the mountain and the lower station.
Wahida, in some extreme cases, we have heard of people getting lost on the mountain, hikers needing to be rescued from the mountain paths. When last did something like that happen? And is there any danger that amid this extreme weather, that people might be in more danger of becoming stranded somewhere?
I must actually admit that that is more likely to happen when somebody thinks the mountain is an easy climb and decides to venture up there in flip-flops without any water and without somebody to support them. So when it's extreme weather, people do tend to take greater precautions, and we're very appreciative of the fact that they realize that whilst our new seven wonder of nature is situated in the heart of a city, it remains a mountain, and it has all the dangers associated with a mountain.
Thank you so much for speaking to us and issuing that warning to anyone braving the mountain to do so with the correct gear this weekend and the coming week, as the weather conditions are expected to be unfavourable.